In this video, we're going to talk about the Zine, the newest fourth quarter magazine that you have available for you to create inside of Command. So inside of Command, we're going to come to the Designs applet, and you're going to click on Create Design in the corner and go to Print, which is where you're going to find this Zine, which is a magazine that you can create to print professionally, locally, email it as a PDF, digitally, everything you need to promote your business. Now, it lives under the lead generation section, and it's under personally branded Zine. Here you're going to find so far all the different versions we've had this year. First, second, and third quarter, and now the fourth quarter. Now, there are 4 versions of the cover, which is great. So here you're able to use this, so I'll show you what the original looks like, and then I'll show you the one that I personalized. The neat thing about this is there's great articles in there, and you get to customize it the way you want. Now, one mistake I made, pay attention, there's already 20 pages here on the right, so be sure you look at it first before. What I did is I added every page first, and then went oops and ended up with like 40 pages. So under templates, these are the different pages if you want to see them really quick, or you can just come over here to the right. So you actually have 3 choices of covers for this. So this is option 1. Here is option 2 if you want to have Home for the Holidays again, or Home for the Holidays starting with the fall, because volume 4 is for the fall going into the winter. So I've got these. I chose the fall one, to be honest, and if you don't want any of these pages, you're just going to come here to the 3 dots and click delete. So I'm going to delete that one, I'm going to delete this one, and I'm going to stick with my fall cover is the one that I want. Now, since I am here, I have a couple things to update. So I've got my office logo. When I click it, my logos will come over here on the left, and I can just hit this replace logo icon. If I want to add my logo as well, I can come here to the right, click, drag, and add it as well. Now I've got some text here. So what I like to do is sometimes double clicking or triple clicking doesn't always work. So my favorite feature is to click the text box and use the typewriter. So the typewriter will let me change this. I might just say courtesy of J Team Global if I want to do it for my team. Save changes, and there we go. Now I don't need it to be so bold, so I'm going to have it be more of a little subtle hint in the corner, and that is my cover page done, ready to go. The next page that they have is a little intro page about, a note from you, fall is upon us, a nice little message, and there's a couple boxes you're going to have to customize. So make sure you pay attention. This one will take a little bit of time. So I've got my picture. I can click and drag it here, or I can also click on this and come over here to the left and click the replace image icon. Now, I wanted my image to be the way it is, so I actually came here and hit delete twice, added the image the way I wanted to, shrunk it down, and then put it in myself there. So that's also an option as well. You can customize it if you don't want this background, you want it to be all white. You can change the fill color, right, if you wanted to, or you can just simply hit delete on that shape and have it be a white piece of paper, if for printing purposes that's what you wanted. So I'm not going to customize the whole thing, I just wanted to show you some of what you can change. So that would be a logo for my team, and I've got my logos already uploaded. So I can quickly put that logo here if I wanted it, below there, and again I can click on the logo here and either hit the replace logo, or I like deleting that logo box and putting the logo in because it's a little bit larger, and then clicking and shrinking it down if I need to. The next one will be a page about the market. So what a great way to highlight a specific neighborhood you farm, or an area, or a city, and then come up with the stats of the office or the area. And then they have another little thing that you can do for your team, your company, your office, or all of Keller Williams in your area. And in the third quarter, how many homes were sold, what was the average price in days on market. You can add extra stats if you want as well. Next, it's going to have some great things about weatherizing your home. Now, yes, we're in winter, and in certain areas, like where I am in South Florida, not much winterization. However, these are still helpful tips that my database and Sphere all around the world could benefit from. So that would be that page, nothing to customize there. Some emergency kits and backup generators. This would be helpful actually during hurricane season in Florida. I've got my next page, which is here, and then number 7. Page 7 is going to go into featuring a highlighted property of some kind. Then we're going to get into the next section. So you see how each page has some content. Just look to make sure if you have to update anything or not. I love these little tips and tricks. Nothing to change on this. It's ready to go. A resume page is built into every one of these, so I've already got that ready and able to customize it. I'll show you mine here in a moment. There's a page if you'd like to share some success and testimonials from people during that quarter. Then there's an article about fall itself, 5 reasons to buy and sell this fall winter, with 2 reasons to sell and 3 reasons to buy. A page about featured properties nearby so that you can show them the coolest listings, and the whole goal is, would you like to schedule a tour with me? Then you've got a ask me a question, kind of an agent advice column. And then there's 2 options of an ending page, which is one where you put in the link to your app and another one where you tell them to go to the app store and download. So these are what you are given. From here, you're able to customize and make changes. Now, let me just share with you what I did. So in my version of it, here is mine. So I started like I shared before. We already did this page. Here is my finalized version of Jay Cermak, CEO of J-Team Global, serving your Fort Lauderdale needs. And I've got my information up above. I simplified it down. Oh, I just noticed an error. This is why you pay attention. So I've noticed I've got the I, we. So now I'm going to just change it to say, we are just a phone call away. Perfect. So I've made sure none of those columns are there. Awesome. So that page is done. Next, I went ahead and pulled up these stats from the MLS. So the market stats in Q3 for Fort Lauderdale, the city, where 589 homes were sold at an average sales price of $1.1 million because we're out of low-end homes. So a lot of high-end homes in that area and 42 days on the market. And my office sold 240 units during the third quarter at an average sale price of $725 in all of the area and in 9 days. So the goal I wanted to show them is we're selling quicker in a fewer amount of days. These articles we already showed you. I made no changes to these pages. They are just the way that they are, which is awesome. Now, this is a featured listing. I got permission from an agent in my market center to highlight this. And what I loved about this was I was able to come to KWLS and pull up the listing. So I didn't have to go hunt this down. When I was featuring the listing, I just pulled up the MLS number. I searched for it. I found my photos. I clicked and dragged the picture over that I wanted. Right? I can change it out for a different photo if I wanted to. I went ahead and got the address under listing details. So here was the address box. I clicked it, came to the address over here and hit the replace icon. I updated the information of the details because it was right here. I went ahead and took the description, which was actually all the way down at the bottom, and I just hit the replace and brought that in. Now I had to do some resizing and moving things along. I have the schedule a tour button, and then I went ahead and came to this box and typed in my information. So all in all, I think it took me 3 minutes to do that page. And I love the fact that KWS is built in. Okay, the next few pages are the 10 tips of keeping the holidays less stressful, and then my resume page. Now this one, I did a little bit different. So I'm not always going to highlight my sales and stats every time. So I thought it would be neat to do a little bit different this time. And real value, real experience, my picture, my information, my business degree, I'm a member of my realtor associations, my logos. I love that the belief system is here. And then I added a graphic for Newsweek's customer service, which we are now rated for 2022. So you can find this on Google. I created an image where I put the KW logo on it, and now I wanted that in here as well. So instead of having the numbers and how many homes were sold and things like that, I went ahead and just stuck with some information about here, and what do they really care about is customer service. So just a different view of how you can use that page. The fall tips are the same, so I didn't make any changes there. I actually didn't use the testimonial page this time, and I did not go into featuring a bunch of properties this time. I really wanted to focus on the meat and the materials of the information to give this guide away to my database. However, I did take advantage of Ask an Agent, and I went ahead and used the objection handlers we're hearing, right? Like, I want to wait for home prices to drop. So I used the truth, right? The truth is, while news media might be making noise about the market softening or potential decrease in home value, every top analyst has said home values will continue to appreciate year after year. While appreciation may slow down from 10% in a year to normal range of 3 to 4%, there's no indication that home prices will ever go backwards in value. which means now's a great time to buy and sell while interest rates are low and lock in before home values continue to rise. So it's just taking an objection they might have and then turning it into something in here of value. Finally, the last page was the app, and one thing I did differently is I went and took a picture from my app of my name, like your agent, with my picture and my information, and I added that, and all I did was put it right over the little placeholder there so that the app looks like it's branded to me in this case and not the default of Nina Royals. So now it looks like Jay Cermak. I use a web address for my app, so app.jteamglobal.com will take you to the link for my KW app, and then I added some logos here. So this is actually done and ready to be published. So now I have a couple options. I can hit the download button, which I will do, and I'm going to download it, and I want all my pages, so make sure it's all of your pages, and I'm going to download that as a PDF that I can use to print. And then I also, in this situation for the magazine, like the share button. So I don't always use the share button, but this will share it and publish it as an actual link that I can use for people to see. So if I just share this design and we open this in a new window, here we go. This now becomes a magazine that they can click through, right? So they can scroll through and look at each of those pages. So I've got to come here to the share. There we go, this project, anyone can view. I think that's the one I want, is the project link. There we go, because this will now give me, that's what I was looking for. So project link, so share this project, and it's going to give you a link that you can post online, right? Hey, come and look at this magazine, and it makes it digitally where someone can go through and click each page. So how awesome is that, to publicize your magazine, have it as information. You can get information from people that capture this as a lead, right? Post it on Facebook saying, hey, download our free Home for the Holiday guide with local tips and tricks about buying and selling in South Florida or your area, and lead capture with it. So go ahead and customize it. We'd love to hear what you did with yours. I would love to see what you did. So feel free to email it over to me, share with me a copy, let me know that you posted it. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, leave a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. And as always, follow us on KW Connect and YouTube today.